Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to another FIFA Flow podcast. Welcome to season 3, episode 51 of the podcast, guys. Today we have a huge podcast all focused on football news today. A lot of transfer news over the past few days, guys, since our last episode on Friday, I believe it was last Friday. It is now Wednesday, 5 days later. And we are back, guys, for huge episodes for all the football news we're going to be talking about. No games. We're not really going to be talking about any games today. It's just going to be analyzing and kind of going over my reaction and giving my thoughts and predictions on all the football news we've been getting over the past 5 days, because it's crazy. It's honestly crazy. So I can't wait. Let me let me know what you guys think about my predictions and my reactions about the transfer news in the comments below. And also let me know what you guys think about the transfer news. So yeah, drop a comment. It is much appreciated, even a like as well. Thank you so much for the support. As I said, 47 subscribers. I think my last year of high school, grade 12 high school, ends on June 23rd. So maybe let's say by the end of June, let's see if we can hit, or a graduation, I don't know, like a high school, I don't know, celebration. Let's see if we can hit 50 subscribers. Thank you so much for the support. But yeah, let's just get right into it. We're going to be talking about the football news, reaction, predictions, and kind of analyzing how it is overall. And then we're going to be doing a quick, not too long, but we're going to also talk about the Champions League final. We might do another episode on Friday before the match, or maybe even on Saturday in the morning before the match. Maybe we'll do a whole match reaction live. We'll see. For the first half, though, I'm kind of busy in the second half. But for the first half, maybe we'll do a live reaction or something like that. Like do a live stream, or I'll definitely do a quick 10-minute 20-minute episode before, maybe on Saturday or on Friday, just specifically talking about the UCL final. We will talk about it today, but I want to have like a separate one only for that before the game for sure, either Friday or Saturday. And then yeah, at the end of the podcast as well, we might do a bit of a footy tic-tac-toe to show our negative ball knowledge. But yeah, anyways, guys, let's get right into it. Let's start it off with let's just start it off here with the Lionel Messi, the second best player of all time after Harry Maguire, and then ahead of Ronaldo, of course. No, I'm joking. But him, the GOAT, alongside with the other GOAT, Cristiano Ronaldo. Both, I respect them both massively, of course. We'll never see talents like them ever again. But of course, Lionel Messi to Inter Miami. Here we go. The decision has been made and will be announced by Lionel Messi in the next hours. Messi will play in the MLS. No more chances for Barcelona. Al Hilal, despite trying to make it happen. So it is official, guys. Lionel Messi to the shitty MLS. I'm gonna say it, guys, because truly it is so terrible. We'll go over why it's terrible and why it's worse than going to Al Hilal. Like, I think the Saudi league is much clearer, not just like for the money, but like just even competitiveness. Like, it's so much clearer, and it's starting to become a competitive league. As Cristiano Ronaldo said, it has the possibility of going to become a top 5 league. Suggested all the rumors and already confirmed transfers going on from the past few days. But let's focus on Lionel Messi for now. Lionel Messi accepted a deal to Inter Miami, which I think is pretty interesting. As someone who lives in Vancouver, I find it interesting. Someone who lives in a country who's a part of the MLS. Now, unfortunately, with how shitty the MLS system is, we take a look at the MLS table. What it is it's the West Side teams play against West Side teams, and East Side teams play against East Side teams. So Miami will only face teams like on the East Side, such as you can tell here, Toronto, Montreal, Orlando, DC United, Chicago, New York, and Nashville and stuff. But when you take a look at where I'm from Vancouver, I'm from the West Side of North America. You see LAFC because they're on the west. Vancouver, San Jose, Real Salt Lake, Colorado, Portland, LA Galaxy. So the shitty system is East Side teams versus East Side teams, West Side teams versus West Side teams. Now, if you qualify, as you can see here, above 7th place in your specific region, you're either the East Side Conference or West Side Conference, then you make it onto the playoffs, or the you can say the final series, which is essentially the playoffs, and then if you get 8th or ninth, you get there's gonna be a 4 round group section, like I guess a semi-final type mixture, where it's a playoff to go to the playoff essentially, and then this playoff is like basically it's gonna be like a round of 18 or not a round of 18, a round of 16, you can say. I'm not sure how that part works, but essentially the shitty system, man. It's the shitty NHL, the American, the soccer system, not the good um European system. So that's one thing I do find it a bit like shitty, is that I'm probably gonna get like some hate here, like for saying the S word. I'll stop using it. I might get demonetized. They might take down my video, so I'll stop saying it. But the only thing that sucks about the MLS is that system, of course. That really annoying system. Oh, nice! Vancouver just scored. They're playing a final, the Canadian Championship. Vancouver FC just scored. But where was I? Where was I? Yeah, so the only thing that sucks about the system is, of course, the East and West system, the East to the West, if you know. And then Messi will only be playing on the East side unless both Whitecaps and Inter Miami make it to the playoffs. Then maybe I'll get to see Messi in Vancouver. So that's one thing. Second thing is Miami are last place this season. 16 matches played, 5 wins and 11 losses. Like, my goodness, Messi, man, how could you be joining a team this bad? This bad. I know it's David Beckham's team. I know they're trying to plan something around you. You want a new taste of like a new feeling of you want to play soccer instead of football, but like at least join like I don't know, man. Atlanta, they're a pretty decent team. Even LA, if it was LAFC or even yeah, I think LAFC, man, they're killing it. I think they're basically the Man City of the MLS because they're so rich. They've been killing it in the last few days. So like they're really good and stuff. They've had like recent players like Gareth Bale, Chicharito, of course, Chicharito, of course, Hernandez, of course, and then I mean, yeah, man, they're just like join at least the topper teams, the top tier teams, not the you're on the east side, so I don't even get to watch you unless his team makes it to the MLS, and then they're also in last place. So my goodness, bro, couldn't be any worse, man. Literally couldn't be any worse. So that's my thoughts. There is the system is so messed up. Like I think it's a pretty messed up system. Now we're gonna go over some more rumors talking about like Inter Miami building a new team around Lionel Messi. But overall, like I mean, it's yeah. I mean, it's finally good to see Messi get out of his comfort zone. But for now, let's go see some talks here. Where's the talks at? So yeah, here let's go. Let's just go talk and see what Lionel Messi said in his conference talking about. Let's take a look at the contract first of all. We take a look at the contract here. Yes, as you guys can see, lots of football news, pretty crazy. So if we take a look at the contract, guys, he's making so included in Lionel Messi's contract with Inter Miami is a percentage. What did I just say there? A percentage on subscriptions to the MLS season pass from Apple TV, paid directly by Apple. Is pretty crazy, guys. Apple joined in on they wanted a piece of this. They said, "Oh, Messi, sign for America, come to America, and we'll give you some of our money, our Apple money." Samsung is better, by the way. Percentage. Why am I saying percentage like that? Percentage. I'm saying it with a CH in the middle. Percentage of Inter Miami shirt sales. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Paid directly by Adidas, however, not by the club, and then possibly of acquiring a possibility of acquiring an MLS franchise at the end of his career. Note that all MLS franchises contributed financially to see the Argentine. Oh my, that's even crazier. He's getting a lot of like outside deals. Now, to be fair, like keep this in mind. Like he got an offer from Al Hilal for $1.2 billion in 2 years, and then I think they made it like 1 billion or 1.5 billion in 3 years. Now keep that in mind when you take a look. How many people subscribe to Apple? What's it called? MLS season pass. So it's about $49, down from 99 down. That's pretty crazy. So let's check MLS season pass Apple TV amount of users. Worldwide. It does not show. I'm just trying to see like how many people like get it. So let's say 10. I don't know. Like I want to see, because theoretically you can say like like if you could really say like, let's say 10,000 people. Let's say 100,000 people. Here we can even do the maths. Let's say 100,000 people buy Apple TV times they each pay, let's say $50, right? And that's already $5 million. Let's say Messi gets like 5% of that. That is pretty crazy, bro. Look at that, $250,000, right? So that's out of 100,000 people. Let's say there's 100 million. Let's say there's 1 million people times $50. 250. No, wait. What am I saying here? 2,500,000, if I'm not mistaken, times 0.05. Yeah, $2 million. $2 million. So let's say 10 million people have it times 50. Now you're getting to 25 million. So 10 million. So it really depends. Like, that's what I wanted to know, is like, how many people in the world have Apple TV? So let's say 100 million people have it. Let's say 100 million people have it. Well, I think I went over, right? Times $50 that they pay. That's $5 billion. Am I reading that correctly? $5 billion. If 100 million people have Apple TV season pass, and let's say he gets 5% of that times 0.05, $250 million. So like that's what I'm showing. What is the population of USA? 300 million. That's pretty crazy. So I'm trying to wonder, so if 1/3 of America, that's only 1/3 of America. But I don't think Americans watch soccer, so I doubt 100 million. But let's just say in total 100 million, like including Canada and all around the world, 100 million. And he earns 5%, let's say. It could be more, maybe 10% even would be crazy. But 5%, he's making 250 million. That's like already, like, they offered him 1.2 billion. That's already, how much is that? Like almost 1/6, 1/7 of what, so that's already only from the Apple one. Now he's also getting a percentage of Inter Miami shirt sales. Keep that in mind. So let's say, I don't know, another like 50 million there, 300 million, and then possibly acquire an MLS franchise at the end of his career. Plus, like how much is Messi contract with Inter Miami? Let's see, how much is he making? Inter Miami offered Messi $54 million per year for 4 years, it was reported. That's true. Let's take a look on Twitter. Let's just go take a look on Twitter. Messi Inter Miami contract. because I want to actually calculate this. Plus 1. Okay, okay. Now how much is he making, man? Can I see how much he's making? Bruv. Money. Take a look at money. Let's just take a look at money. Bro, man. How much is Messi making at Inter Miami? Let's take a look here. Bro, man. Why is there nothing? Why, man? Why? But let's say he makes. Let's trust that one source. Oh, damn, FIFA content. Let's trust that one source is 50 million, right? For 4 years, 50 million a year. That's already like he's getting at least half 500 million in 2 years. That's still pretty good, man. They consider all the factors of that Apple contract, and that was only 5%. I said maybe he could get more, like 10%. Because Messi's greater than Apple's history, bro. Let's just say Apple, he's getting 10%. That's even more. 100 million, 50. Let's say 5 billion. Let's say 100 million have it, and 500 in each 100 million have it. Each person is paying $50. That's $5 billion. Get me? $5 billion. And in 10% of that, how much is that? 500 million. That's already $500 million from the Apple contract itself. Like, so you could technically say he's making the same stuff in an easier league as well. On top of the you have the Apple, you have the shirt sales, you have possibly inquiring a club, a full club, plus the contract he's gonna be getting from the club he's gonna be playing for. Like, so I don't know, man. Like, people are kind of sleeping on like saying, oh, he turned down $1 billion. He's practically gonna be. You could possibly make that here, depending on if like our statistics are right. If 100 million people, let's say, watch Apple TV, like the MLS one, the season pass. Like, I don't know how many people have it, but if they did have it, and he's earning 10%, even we calculated for 5%, but let's say more, 20%. That could be. That is, we're actually sleeping on until we know the full prices and the full statistics. I want to calculate this for real. Like, I want to do more research on how much he's making, how much Apple is making from MLS season pass. Like, how much, like, here, how much does Apple make on MLS season pass per year, let's say. How much did Apple TV pay for? That's how much they paid for the deal. So hear me out. If they paid 2.5 billion, then surely they must know that they're gonna somehow make more than 2.5 billion to get that profit back. So 2.5 billion, we already know 2.5 billion. So over 2.5 billion, if he's getting 5% of 2.5 billion, is pretty crazy. 10%, as I said, it's maybe not 5%, it could be more. So don't get me, like, I'm gonna be honest, guys. Like, possibly we're sleeping on this contract, and he could be making the same amount, somewhat near the same amounts he could have made at Saudi. So yeah, pretty crazy there, pretty crazy. But anyways, after all that talk, after that rant on how much he's making, let's go take a look at actually what Messi said. If it had been a matter of money, I would have gone to Saudi Arabia, not Arabia, or elsewhere. It seemed like a lot of money to me. The truth is, my final decision goes elsewhere, and not because of money. I mean, Ronaldo said that as well back in the day when he was at Real Madrid or United. I think it was the early days of Real Madrid. He said, "Oh, like will you leave to the Saudi? He said like, no, no, no. If I want to go to make money, I might as well go to the Saudi. So it's the same for Messi. As I said, I'm on you, Messi. You're practically statistically, if after I do some more research on how much he's getting from MLS and stuff, after we get some more stats on that, news and information on that, statistically he could make more than the same amount he's making at the Saudi. He could have made at Saudi. So um, that is that for one. Uh, I would have been supporting Barca during the year. I'm a fan. I spoke to Xavi a lot. We discussed, and we always had frequent exchanges. I really wanted to return to Barca. I had that dream, but after what happened 2 years ago, I did not want to be the same situation again, leaving my future in the hands of someone else. I wanted to make my own decision, thinking of me and my family. I heard reports of La Liga giving the green light, but the truth is that many, really many things were still missing in order to make my return to Barca happen. I didn't want to be responsible for them to sell players to reduce salaries. I was tired. I would have loved a farewell like Iniesta, Busquets, Jordi Alba, Xavi. This is why I was very happy to hear the chants with my name by Barca fans at Camp Nou. It was a strange feeling to hear Barca fans calling my name, but then I wasn't there. Money never been an issue with me. We didn't even discuss the contract with Barcelona. They sent me a proposal, but was never an official written signed proposal. We never negotiated my salary. It wasn't about money. Otherwise, I was going to join Saudi. I was dreaming of Barca return, yes, but I was never sure about that happening because I remember very well the story of August 2021, 2 years ago. I didn't want to tell my kids. We go back to Barcelona and then nothing. I was quiet. I'm not sure if Barca did everything possible to make it happen. Honestly, I just know what Xavi told me. I'm sure that there's people into the club that does not wants me to return to Barca, considering the negative for the club. Busquets to Inter Miami. There was a lie. Wait, is this? Alright, we'll come back to this after. This was a lie saying I was going to the same club as Jordi Alba and Busi or Busquets. No, we never agreed to join the same club. I made my decision to join to join Miami, and I don't know what they are gonna do. I received bids from other European clubs, but I didn't even consider those proposals because my only idea to join Barcelona in Europe was to join Barcelona in Europe. With Barca deal collapsing, I want to try something different now in Miami. I'd love to be close to Barcelona. I will live in Barcelona again. It's already decided. I hope to help the club one day because it's the club I love. I want to thank the Barca fans for all their support, and yes, I love to be again here definitely. So yeah, as you guys heard, so it's he said it himself. It's not about the money. He made the decision. It's all like financially he had no problem with it. I know like I'm still a bit sus on him. He knows that he's probably gonna be making somewhat the same amount of money he's gonna be making. We calculate we just talked about this before about how much he could possibly make. But I mean, yeah, as he said, I think a lot of it has to do with him not being. I think he wants to support Barca as well. I think he's making it in the. I think that it's not that he doesn't want to join Barca. I think this is him helping Barca financially and just economically. I think that's one thing. At the same time, I think also he already knows that. Yeah, as I said, he wants to help them financially, economically, and just to grow the club, but not sell. He has empathy for the players, of course, and he knows that there's so much going on throughout like the terms and conditions, like just the politics in La Liga, in Espanyol, in Spain. He knows all that stuff. So I think this is him helping. I don't think he didn't want to join them. I think this is him helping the club financially and economically. And I definitely respect that. I definitely respect that for sure. And then, as I said, financially though, a bit sus because we just looked at how much he could possibly make. But yeah, that is Lionel Messi. We'll get there. We're gonna have more news on him later when it comes to PSG news. But anyways, let's go on to more news. Rafael Guerreiro will travel to Munich next week, but documents have already been checked by his agents. Deal will be valid until 2026 from Borussia Dortmund to Bayern Munich. Yet again, the fraud snake transfers between Bayern and Dortmund are happening, between the yellows and the reds are happening yet again. Medical tests booked as revealed today. No Atletico de Madrid move. Guerreiro will play for Bayern Munich. So here we go, confirmed. So yeah, pretty good. I mean, this season he was insane, not only in that left back position, but even in the midfield. Great player on the ball, great player defensively. He knows how to pass. He's like he's like a great player who could fit in that Real Madrid system. He's great on the ball. He's passionate to get those to win the ball back, and then, as I said, like to that build up play, passing, getting forward. I think he's a great type of box to box or attacking oriented fullback, you could say. So I think he also brings he kind of fits into that Bayern team as well. I think I would have liked. I mean, yeah, I think he really does fit into that midfield specifically for Bayern. I don't know what Bayern play. I think they play like a 3 at the back. But let's say they play like a 4-3-2-1, right? I think like in the midfield you have what's his name? Goretzka, Kimmich as your CDM, and then now Rafael Guerreiro as your left center mid, and then Davies at your left back and stuff, and so on and so forth. I think what would have been good is if they got this and also would have signed and kept João Cancelo, just to keep that Portuguese link up, that Portuguese relationship and chemistry within the club between the two players. I think it would have been good, but I mean, it's still good signing. I think it's still great signing. So yeah, fair play to Bayern, and best of luck for Guerreiro. Barcelona statement. Actually, no, let's just skip this. So yeah, Borussia Dortmund have now lost yet again another midfielder. Borussia Dortmund have confirmed the Jude Bellingham deal with done with Real Madrid. 130 million fee plus bonus add-ons can amounts to 30% of the fixed amount. So how much is that? Let's say 90 million. So that's 30% of 90 million is 30% of 90. Let's just say about like 30 million. And then let's say 30% of 12 million is like, let's just say 4, so 34. Let's just say about 34. I know that's 33%, but let's just say about 32% or 32 million on top of this 130. So about 140-ish, 130, between 130 140 million for Jude Bellingham. Agreement signed between the clubs. Same for Jude, who signed until June 2029. So 5-year contract, 6-year contract. Pretty crazy. Now, I think this is a great deal for both sides because I think that Real Madrid are a team who need a leader. They need a young new midfield, of course. They're working towards the future. And on top of that, I think that Real Madrid are a team who love to play in the midfield zone. They're a team who always pass through that midfield zone. Like every single play. You never see a play where it's only Ferland Mendy or only one of the fullbacks who shoot it all the way like across. They always go through the midfield and then across. So I think it's good for both sides here. Real Madrid, I think Real Madrid for their future and for the way they play through that midfield. And then also it's a good deal for Jude Bellingham. I think career-wise, like he's gonna get a lot of trophies here, possibly a Ballon d'Or. I can for sure see that happening. He's a great midfielder. For England, we saw it in the World Cup. He was probably one of their, if not probably their best player in that World Cup. And for Borussia Dortmund, I think he's probably their best player of the season. I think even for Bundesliga, he might have gotten player of the season. I'm not quite sure. But he's brilliant. He's passionate. He's a leader in that midfield. So he's going to be really, really good. Now, the only problem I see here is I think, as I said, great deal for both clubs for the future of Madrid, for the future of Real Madrid, for the way they play. But I think that they still can find some juice left in Luka Modric and Toni Kroos. And they're still doing it. Last year, we saw Modric not aging like fine wine. Maybe Kroos is a bit old, but you still have players like Modric who still have the tiny bit of wine left in them. So I think finish up using those players. Finish up like to the least. I know like, oh, you should have backups like Jude Bellingham, but I think they could have gotten 1 year, at least 1 year. They could have waited until next year, or I don't know when Jude Bellingham's contract ended with um Borussia Dortmund, but surely like I think it was next year. I know that Mbappe's contract ends next year, and I think he's gonna be hoping. I think that hopefully we see the end of the Mbappe Madrid saga, and I think it's going to be coming to an end with Mbappe going to Madrid next year on a free. But same with Jude Bellingham. I think next year Jude Bellingham would have had his contract expired at Borussia Dortmund, and they could have got him for free. I think this year their midfield, they can use the last bit of their juice from players like Luka Modric specifically, um, and then especially Luka Modric more than Toni Kroos, and then sign a good striker like Harry Kane. I think Harry Kane is also a bit of a different like. I don't think Harry Kane is the right move because I know they want that English type vibe with um Jude Bellingham, and also maybe like a Saka would be pretty sick. I know that Real Madrid are a team who are now specifically looking towards signing Brazilian, English, and French players that they announced. I saw some like stat on that somewhere. But I know they want to get Harry Kane for that chemistry with Jude Bellingham. But the only reason I have a problem with Harry Kane is because Harry Kane is not going to be a player who wants to sign for Real Madrid for 1 year. Because I know if Harry Kane comes to this club for another 1 or 2 years, I know 100% that Mbappe is not gonna be more. He's gonna be less intrigued to join this Madrid team next year if Harry Kane joins on a 3-year contract. Let's say, it's gonna be good for Harry Kane because I think he fits the Madrid system. Like he's a very similar player to Benzema. He fits the system. He scored 30 goals for Spurs this season. That's pretty crazy. Pretty underrated as well, and not many people talking about it. Um, but yeah, he fits the system. He's very similar to the way that Benzema plays. He fits the Madrid system, and he's gonna win trophies for once. Hopefully he doesn't bring the Spurs curse to Madrid. Madrid curse is unbeatable. But the only problem I have there is if he signs for like 2-3 years, Mbappe is gonna be less intrigued because he knows he's gonna have some more competition to earn that attacking place. Because right now, Vinny is more of a left wing player. I think he's more isolated on that left side. I don't think he's a player who can play on the right side. Secondly, you have Mbappe as well, and with the way he's playing these days, and the way his ego is, he doesn't have. He has a decent ego. It's not too harsh, but not also too like calm as well. But I mean, at the same time, he's a leader. He's a player who wants to help out clubs and wants to get a lot of playing time to show his worth and his skill and to get all these stats up to win trophies for himself, for his club, personal trophies and club trophies. So for that reason, Mbappe is not going to be intrigued if he has competition like that, like Harry Kane, who's also a fabulous player, unless Madrid switch up their tactics. And honestly, do you know what I could see? I could see what Madrid could do is if they drop Vinicius Jr. into that midfield position. I know Vinny is an attacking and more of a player who's isolated in that attack, but if he moves into that midfield position, because he's really good at creating chances, defensively he's gonna kind of hurt that midfield. But when you already have players like Tchouaméni and Jude Bellingham, I think it should be fine. My idea is you have a 4-3-3. Camavinga left back. You have your Eder Militao and David Alaba. Your center backs, Courtois and Ned, of course, and then you move Valverde to right back to replace or either sign another right back or move Valverde to right back. You play Jude Bellingham and Vinicius. You play Jude Bellingham and Tchouaméni as those two center mids. You play like Vinicius either as a left center mid or as a cam in a 4-3-3 or like a 4-3-2-1 type formation. Vinny on the left side. And then Chouameni in the middle, or like a 4-3-3 with that Cam and the two center mids with Jude Bellingham, Chouameni, and then Vinny Cam. And then you have Mbappe left wing, Kane striker, and Rodrigo on the right wing. That could work out pretty good. That could work out pretty good because they do need a new fullback, a new right back for Carvajal, man. I think that was a clear choice, but I mean, I I I mean, this season we saw Ancelotti playing a lot with the tactics, playing a lot with the players' positions, and specifically Camavinga. He played to that left back position. So I think next season we will see a lot of Valverde playing in that right back position for sure. Um, no doubt. I think we'll see that happen. So that is my thoughts on the Jude Bellingham deal. N'Golo Kante. So it's official. N'Golo Kante to Al Ittihad. Here we go. Medical test completed in London. 2-year deal with an option for a further season. 100 million per season salary. Figure includes image rights, commercial deals, and creative portfolio. So pretty interesting. Now I think personally Kante might have not wanted to join. I think this was more of a financial decision from Chelsea. Kante did not want to leave to the Saudis. I think he should have stayed. He's a player who's definitely has it in him still. I think this season he was hurt a lot from his injury. He had a huge injury this season, and that really hurt him a lot. I know he's also getting old, but I think surely he could have stayed in Spain. I think I would have loved him at PSG for sure. Him and Verratti in that midfield would have been sick. I don't know if he would have liked to join PSG, but I think it's still an option he had in mind. Even going to Barcelona would have been a great option for him as well. I just don't see going to the Saudi, man. He still has it in him, man. He's still one of the best CDMs in the world. I think just due to his huge injury this season, barely getting him any play time really, really hurt him. But I mean, now going to the Saudi, man, as I said, he's going to have to bring that more of that competitiveness to the Saudi league. I mean, as Ronaldo said as well, Saudi league could possibly be in the top 5 leagues in the world. You already have Kante, you have Romarinho, you have Anderson Talisca, you have Ronaldo, you have what's his name? You have Benzema now. They have Benzema, Kante, and Benzema at one club now. It's going to be pretty nice seeing the two Frenchmen there. But there's also rumorly as well, Saudi league is going all out with players like rumors like Riyad Mahrez. That's a rumor. Rumors like no, not Paredes, but maybe like retired players or players who are older like Jordi Alba and Busquets. So Sergio Ramos. So all these players going to rumors to the Saudi league, like Saudi, both rumor wise and also official confirmed transfer wise, are going all out. But as I said, I think Kante is one of those players who has that juice in him and could have still played in Europe, in European competitions for sure. I think he might be a bit sad here, but wasn't really his choice. Hussein Aouar confirms he's leaving Olympique Lyon as a free agent. Aouar has signed a deal, signed contracts as a new Roma player on 5-year deal. I think this is a great player. He's going to be great in that midfield. I mean, who do Roma have in the midfield now? They have like Pellegrini, and I think he's going to be really good in that attack. I think he's going to be great attackingly and defensively. He's a good box to box with Dybala, with Pellegrini. We take a look at the Roma players. We take a look at the team here. Yeah, as I said, they got Pellegrini, Spinazzola, Smaldini, Ibanez. Yeah, they got Ibanez in that back line. Paulo Dybala. Yeah, he should be really good. I mean, Ibrahim Matic as well. He's going to go, I think, with Wijnaldum. Should be pretty good. So, Diego Llorente. Wait, never mind. But yeah, I think he's gonna fit. I think he's a player who honestly fits that Mourinho system. If Mourinho is also still at the club, I don't think PSG will be signing him. And actually, I think that's a good thing. We'll get to that soon. Alexis McAllister has completed the medical test as a new Liverpool player. Set to sign the contract. Long-term deal will be valid until June 2028. So 5-year contract. I mean, World Cup tax is real, man. I don't know. I feel like this is kind of a flop signing for Liverpool. Flop. You could say flop club. I think this is a pretty average mid signing. World Cup winner at Liverpool. You love to see it. I mean, like, I don't know how I feel. I mean, I didn't watch much of McAllister as well, man. I know Brighton had an average, a pretty decent season, and then he also has that World Cup tax. But to be fair, man, my honest truth is I don't see much coming out of this. I'm not a big difference in that MLS or in that Liverpool midfield. Inter Miami have got both Di Maria and Leonardo Paredes on top of including. I heard rumors that they want to bring also um, Luis Suarez, Jordi Alba, and Busquets all to Inter Miami. So man, my goodness, they really want to build a true team around him. Messi right wing, Di Maria left wing, Suarez attack, Paredes, Busquets in the midfield, Jordi Alba left back. Like man, they're really going all out for Messi, man. Pretty crazy. I mean, yeah, they do have a pretty bad team, so I think it's their only option. Imagine Ramos also comes to here as well, bro. That would be pretty crazy. Honestly, Ramos comes here, that would be pretty nice. If they can get Paredes, Jordi Alba, I could see Jordi Alba. I could see Paredes. Not sure about Di Maria. I think Di Maria is still a player who might want to play the in Europe still. But honestly, if he sees his friends, his Argentine teammates like Paredes and like Messi going to Inter Miami, he might not be and Ramos as well. He might not uh he might have the option to come to the MLS as well. So I'm not quite sure about Di Maria, but yeah, man, they're going all out just to make a team for Messi. Official Karim the Dream, or should I say Karim the King, King Karim Benzema joins Al Ittihad on a 2-year deal, option for further season. Benzema will earn almost 200 million per year per season net salary, commercial deals included. So that is pretty crazy, and I think, of course, culturally he fits in. I don't know if that's racist or not, but I mean, I think it's a league. He's gonna be there with his old teammate Cristiano Ronaldo, not at the same team, but in the same league. And I think he wants to make that money. As I said, I think it's a place that fits him both culturally. I think he feels like it's home for him. I don't know if that's racist or not. I hope it's not. But like you get what I mean. Like it's a place that I think he would like to play in for sure. Even Ronaldo says he likes it here. Benzema. So Al Ittihad is a new challenge for me. It's a good league and there are many good players. Cristiano Ronaldo is already here. He is a friend who shows that Saudi Arabia is starting to become to get ahead, and I am here to win as I did in Europe. So yeah, pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. The AFC Champions League, guys. Asian Champions League. So yeah, those are the news there. Let's go on to PSG news before we end off the episode. Nah, this is okay here. Yeah, I think we'll have a separate episode for UCL, and then we'll also end it off with a footy tic-tac-toe. Pending confirmation, Julian Nagelsmann has been in touch with Lucas Hernandez. The German is keen on signing, is keen to sign him at Paris if negotiations with an agreement. PSG will officially be in contact with Bayern in the next few days. We already wanted to get Lucas Hernandez prior to the talks with Julian Nagelsmann. I think Julian Nagelsmann is a great coach. He has that he finds his way into getting chemistry with the players. We saw that at Bayern. I really don't know why they sacked him, but he really had that chemistry at Bayern, and he wants to kind of bring some chemistry to that, like Lucas Hernandez, with him as well. Now, what this deal is gonna be is, so yeah, awaiting confirmation. PSG's Bayern Munich is coming days for Lucas Hernandez. Nagelsmann absolutely wants to have him in the squad next year if he ends up being the PSG coach. Paris considers first leaks of 60 mil. Nah, bro, I don't want to get Lucas Hernandez, bro. Get Nagelsmann out, man. Get him out. But what the proposal is Nagelsmann to be the tactical coach alongside with Thierry Henry, the Frenchman himself, to bring some of that French spirit, that French nationality within the club, that French spirit, not only for a more tactical analysis, but also since Thierry Henry is a Frenchman himself in the league, he wants to bring that French spirit to bring him more as a player who can understand other players in the league to kind of help him out to bring a team, and also mentally as well. I think Thierry Henry is a great player who's great at analyzing teams and players. So I would love that combo of Julian Nagelsmann. I think he's a very, very, very underrated and great manager, both technically and also spiritually with the players. Like he's good in chemistry wise, relationships. Like he's good at the passion with the players, the connection. And then Thierry Henry, I think he has that. He's really good. I mean, he's a football pundit himself. I think he's really good at analyzing players, analyzing teams. He has that French spirit he could bring to Paris Saint-Germain as well, and also some tactical analysis as well to help out with Julian Nagelsmann. So that the collaboration with Julian Nagelsmann and Thierry Henry will be pretty interesting. I'd love to see that. I would truly love to see that. Yeah, we already saw this about Leonardo Paredes. So yeah, let's just go over here, just kind of scan through the news between these two football news Twitter sources. So yeah, we already saw Julian Nagelsmann. PSG are making no secret of the fact that Julian Nagelsmann is the priority, even if the outcome of the deal is not imminent, according to the club. So yeah, as you said, never mind. This is not for Thierry Henry. Yeah, so Marco Verratti wants to stay at the club. I love Verratti. I know I kind of I know I started becoming a PSG fan because of Mbappe during that World Cup in 2018. He was a young player. He caught my attention. Like, oh, young players. He's very similar. We're both young, and I started following along with him. And that made me a PSG fan. Now I'm not a PSG fan because of Mbappe. If he leaves, I mean, to be fair, I feel like I'm starting to become a Madrid fan, man, because Madrid are just the best club in the world. Like, I feel like I'm watching a lot more Madrid than I'm watching PSG. I still watch PSG weekly, but like sometimes I'm not intrigued because the way Madrid plays is so much more enthusiastic. It's so much more better because the tiki taka. As I said, I love the tiki taka gameplay. But where was I? Where was I? But yeah, as I said, for me, if Mbappe leaves, I'm still gonna watch Madrid. I'm still gonna watch Mbappe, and I'm still gonna be a PSG fan. When it comes to PSG versus Madrid, I'm gonna go PSG all day. But for me, I didn't watch PSG because of it, Mbappe. Uh, I mean, I kind of did. But PSG, that doesn't make me an Mbappe fan. That doesn't say make me like, oh, if Mbappe leaves, I'm gonna go follow the club that Mbappe plays for. I'm gonna become their new best fan and stuff. For me, my favorite player at PSG is Marco Verratti. Passionate. He's a legend, club legend. 12 years at the club, 11 or 12 years at the club. I love him. So he's a great player for us as well. Like on the ball, he's great in the attack, great defensively as well. Passion to fight back for the ball. So I really, really love Marco Verratti. So it's great news to see this happening for sure. And we quickly scan any news here. Yeah, I think it's just much about Julian Nagelsmann. So nothing much to talk about here. Yeah, the hypothesis of signing Thierry Henry is still on the table. But yeah, that is the thought over there. But so yeah, that is a lot of football news, guys. As I said, we're gonna have a UCL video on either Friday or like early in the morning on Saturday before the UCL game. So let's go ahead and do a quick footy tic-tac-toe. So play. Go ahead, do some footy tic-tac-toe. Okay, so let's get right into it. Starting off right away. Bit of an easy one. Can we switch it, man? PSG and French. Let's just go with the Kylian Mbappe. Oh, that Lazio is gonna kill me though. Juve, let's just go to Rabiot, or Zidane could have worked, but let's go with the Rabiot. Barca, PSG. Just gonna go with the Messi. Messi. PSG, Spain. We're gonna go with the best center mid in the world, Fabian Ruiz. If it likes me to. Juve, Barca. Oh no, where's my negative ball knowledge coming from? What's his name? Pjanic. Pjanic for Barca. Juve, Spain. What in the heck is this player, man? Oh, Morata. Brick Morata, man. This brick. Alvaro Brick Morata. And then, yeah, this Lazio, bro, is gonna kill me, bro. really gonna hurt me. Like, I don't know anything here. French Lazio. Negative ball knowledge. Well, I think Lazio Espanol. I think Fabian Ruiz played for Napoli, but I'm pretty sure there's another one still. Luis Alberto. I think that's his name. Luis Alberto. I think he currently plays there. FIFA ball knowledge here. Lazio Barcelona. Why do I feel like this is? I don't know. What am I getting for French Lazio as well? This I don't know. Thuram, bro. Is this like a Thuram? You know the Lilian Thuram, the old left back, the legendary French left back. Why did I think it was him for some reason? Yeah, bro. No, I'm not gonna get Lazio. Um, is there any other mini games we can do? Tic tac toe. Can we do another one? Play box to box. Is it gonna give me the same one? Yeah, let's just go out of here just in case there's any ads that come up. Or so there's Premier League. Can do either Premier League. Yeah, see, not gonna let me. Let's try La Liga. Maybe we can try La Liga footy tic tac toe. Bro, my La Liga and knowledge is also negative, man. They expect me to know this stuff. Give me a second, guys. We have to wait for my slow Google to load. Instead, what we will do. Alright, give me a sec, guys. Give me a sec. Okay, here we go. Never mind, never mind. Let's try Premier League, bro. Nottingham Forest, man. Really? Let's try Liverpool, Germany. And I'm already stuck, bro. Chelsea, Germany. We're gonna go Rudiger. Liverpool, Germany. But how do I get rid of these ads, man? What, like, bro? I don't even look at that stuff. Wallah, wallah. Is that how you say it? I don't want to be racist. Liverpool, German, bro. Yeah, no, my negative ball knowledge is not gonna help me here. Chelsea, Brazilian. Bro, what's his name, bro? He played at the club a few years ago. Played at the club a few years ago for Chelsea. It was him, Pedro, um, Hazard. Nah, bro, my negative. Nah, nah, yeah, no. Let's not show this negative ball knowledge, guys. Let's not show that. Let's not show. What's his name? Anderson? I think it was something Anderson. Here, we'll even search it, bro. Hurts my brain. Brazilian. Brazilian Chelsea. We could have done freaking Thiago Silva, David Luiz, bro. Willian, bro. I was thinking something Anderson. Hato. Oh my negative ball knowledge, man. when you have a brain freeze, or maybe it's a negative ball knowledge freeze. Anyways, guys, that's gonna be the episode. All that football analysis and news there today. As I said, next episode either Friday we're gonna be talking about UCL, or Saturday early in the morning before the UCL game at 12 p.m. But anyways, guys, for now, stay positive, stay happy, and I'll stay flow, and I'll see you later. For now, peace. Have a good one.